Guys, it's Lydia, and I am still displaced. I'm still at my friend's house. Um, I'm here to give y'all a hurricane experience status update. Um, First of all, the good news is I have rebounded through all of it. I rebounded the day that the hurricane was supposed to arrive because I wanted to get it out of the way. I rebounded in my home with no electricity, and it was like 86 degrees inside my house and 96 degrees outside my house. Um, Rebounded, and then after I think 2 nights sleeping in with no power or no air condition at least, um, my friend invited me over to her house. And so for the last 4 nights, I think, I've been here. I'm at her house right now. She just went off to our gym to go do an exercise class, but I'm so very grateful for her and her air conditioned house. Her power lines in her neighborhood are buried under the ground. My power lines in my neighborhood got hit by falling trees. So I just wanted to let y'all know that I have rebounded. I did bring my rebounder over to her house, and I've been rebounding in the bedroom that she gave me to stay in. And so I've kept my commitment to rebounding through this hurricane crisis and disaster status. Um, it's interesting. We don't realize, well, I'll just speak for myself. You know, I don't realize and appreciate enough how much power and electricity plays a role in my life. And when you don't have you're just out of kilter. You know, you're not in your normal. Um, you just don't even feel the same. You feel different. You know, when you're hot and tired and you can't get relief. And there's so many of my friends that were in the same situation in different parts of town. They didn't have any electricity. There was like 2 million people without electricity, and the hurricane came right through my part of town. So we were on what's called the dirty side of the hurricane. So when the hurricane is spinning, those outside, what they're called bands and winds, are like roughest. You know, outside the eye, it's called an eye wall of the hurricane, and it's spinning, and those closest to the eye wall are the strongest winds, and those barreled through my back. Beryl, that's the name of the hurricane, Beryl. You know, the other thing is I've been in Houston most of my life, and I've been through a lot of hurricanes, and many power outages. Um, I will say the hardest power outages are in the summer. They're not in the winter. Like we had the 2021 Texas blackout where the Texas grid went down and we didn't have power for like 4 or 5 days. We didn't even have water because the pumps in the ground got frozen. And so we didn't have water and we didn't have power. And that's rough because you got to boil the water that you can find, and before you brush your teeth or drink it or whatever, because it has bacteria in it. But so we were okay with water this time. It was just the heat that it got to be 94, 95 outside in the temperatures, and it causes, if your house isn't well insulated, then your house can really warm up hot. And my house is a rental house and it is not well insulated. And so the house got to be like 86 degrees inside, where you're sweating inside your house because we have all this humidity here too. So it makes it, you know, like a feel like temperature of 86 would be like a feel like temperature of 96 in your house. And so it's been difficult. This is like day 5, I think, and I have to go to a funeral today, y'all. In the midst of all this, right before the hurricane hit, my friend Robin, my very, 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 very close friend, Robin passed away suddenly. I do want to say that she was very healthy. She walked 45 minutes a day in the heat. She rebounded still. She ate a very clean, healthy diet. And it's not to say, oh, you're going to die, so just throw it all to the wind and don't do those things. Actually, she lived flexible, vital, independent driving. She had her sound of mind. She could do at 87 years old, she was able to operate her cell phone and apps and do online banking and online billing and do all of these things that like maybe an older mind wouldn't be able to catch on to. She was able to do all those things because she had a very clear and sound mind. And the unfortunate part is that we're all going to die at some point. It's just a matter of how we live and how do we die. And so something caused her to fall, whether she had a stroke or a blood clot, something caused her, or low blood pressure, something caused her to drop. She hit her head on the kitchen floor while she was making her breakfast in the morning, like at 9 o'clock. And then she had enough energy with her fall to somehow get herself all the way across to the first floor to her bedroom, and she sat in her recliner and she had her cell phone near her, but her brain could not, I guess, call anybody. She didn't know how to call anybody because her brain was not functioning properly with the fall. And she sat there for like 6 hours until her daughter came home and got her. So she lived, she did stay in the hospital for 3 weeks, kind of in a coma type state. And we got to say goodbye to her before she passed away fully. But what I want to say is she lived vitally independent, healthy, all the way to the end when she did die. And so that's like the goal. The goal is to be independent, flexible, healthy, independent, and have all your mind and wits about you and not require other people to take care of you. She was an example. She basically had a very healthy, clean diet. I know what she did to have that life. And that's what I talk about and discuss on this podcast is the lifestyle that she had. She was an example, just like my mom was an example, who lived vitally until my mom had a fall and passed away that way. So, you know, a lot of people wish that they could just die in their sleep and not have any long suffering, painful, drawn out diagnosis and lots of, you know, hospital and assisted living expenses and everything. But you can't choose that. However, the one thing you can do is try to minimize the visits to the hospital by eliminating some of the things that are known to hurt you in your lifestyle. So these two women who were both 87 were great examples about how to live your life and what to do to minimize hospital visits and doctor visits and everything. And I just hope to role model and emulate what I learned from them in life and carry that on and share that through this channel, so that it can help myself and it can help others, you know, as well. So I'm waiting for my dog to wake up, and then I'm going to go drive over to my house and see if I have power, because my neighbor texted me and said that they had power last night. So I don't know if my house has power because my tree, I'll show y'all in a video. I had a big tree that fell onto the power line, and then it was sagging low to the ground, and it was considered a down power line. And so the tree is hanging in an oak tree. So it hasn't even fallen yet. The tree went, and here's the oak tree, and the tree just is hanging by the sturdy oak tree. So once they start cutting this tree down, it's going to go to the ground. And so I just hope it doesn't roll into my patio and hurt anything further. So I just wanted to give y'all an update. I've had no electricity at my house. I have rebounded every day. And I've been at a friend's house who let me and my dog come live here in air condition every night. So we're going to find out if I can go back to my living situation in about probably 30 minutes. So, man, when you're displaced and you're out of your routine and sorts, it's hard to do your routine. So it just took everything I had just to keep my rebounding schedule. So I could say that I rebounded for 365 days in a row. So anyway, that's my current update. I need to still, it's like 9:30 or 10 o'clock or something. I need to do my rebounding for today. So I'll just talk to y'all soon. And thanks for all your well wishes while I've been going through this hurricane crisis. There's a lot of people in my city who still don't have power, and it's very devastating to be in 100-degree weather and not have air condition. We have no idea the reliance that we have on our systems. And so we've got to learn how to be more self-sufficient and be able to survive and take care of ourselves as well. So anyway, thank you guys for all the well wishes, and hopefully I'll be back to my routines. I have a funeral today, so hopefully we'll be back to routines of doing regular videos maybe by Monday. Okay, maybe I'll do one tomorrow if I feel good at my house. So all right, guys, thank you all. Appreciate it. Take care. Bye.